A little bit of bulletproof coffee to start the day. Not really to start it, but to get going. Here we go. Final product. Yes. Good morning. Happy May 18th. I have a keto coffee. I have actually had a whole lot of regular black coffee. And this is just kind of the first thing I'm going to throw on my stomach aside from that. This is half calf, and there's a half tablespoon of butter, half tablespoon of coconut oil, and 2 tablespoons of half and half in there. And it is delightful. And I use salted butter when I make it. I really prefer it with more butter than coconut oil. In truth, I think the flavor is better, but this is what I'm doing today. But I will set that off to the side. So it is Thursday. It is my day off. I am heavily lensed with my eyeball assistance because I've been doing some editing for yesterday's video, and I am also kind of like hunting around for some recipes. I mentioned it a couple videos ago about trying to make some homemade egg life wraps. I know that Indigo Neely has a couple of recipes that I might be able to use. Also, Anita over at Ketogenic Woman has some that I might be able to adapt to use. So I'm going to play around with that today, hopefully. And I also picked up a couple of things that I'm going to, like, off the meat clearance rack that I'm going to try and prepare today. You know, come up with a little bit of prep for the next couple of days. But the biggest thing is I'm off, so I've got my normal adult duties today, like a little bit of vacuuming and cleaning and sprucing up. It is overcast, and it's supposed to be overcast and a little dreary all day, which I welcome firmly because it's been so hot and miserable already that being overcast is a nice relief. It's very comfortable outside right now, so if it'll stay like this, let's do this. But also when it's overcast, it's funny, I was talking to my sister-in-law this morning about it, but when it's gloomy like this, it's like I want to light all of my like pumpkin-y scented things. Like I've got a diffuser and like all of the fall scents. I think I'm gonna start that up and maybe listen to some Christmas music. I mean, why not? So I'm in that kind of mood today. I'm itchy, like there's still bugs even though it's pleasant. So yeah, today today. Pumpkin smells, Christmas music, a little bit of meal prep. And then later this evening, Richard and I are going to an event at a local brewery here in town owned by a couple of friends of ours. I will say, I have, as a previous craft beer bar owner with my husband, we used to have a lot of craft beer, and even when we first closed our bar, we still drank a good bit of craft beer when we would be home. These days, I prefer wine when I do drink, just because it is much lower carb, doesn't contain gluten or any of the stuff that kind of makes me feel crummy. But obviously, if we're going to our friend's brewery, we're going to show them some support. So I am mentally preparing myself for knowing that I'm going to have a beer and that I might feel a little meh afterwards. They do serve wine there, so I might just go for a wine instead, but we'll see. We at this point, other than like football season when we might have beer a little bit more, with a little more regularity, I probably have a beer every 6 to 8 weeks. that's where we're at. My body is just not real thrilled with them. So usually like the seasonal things that come out here and there, I might have one just because it's the time of year. Okay, my breakfast. 3 eggs cooked in butter and some thick sliced bacon. It's the Dailies brand, but it basically looks like the Wright's bacon, the hickory smoked stuff. So that's what I'm having. I also did a fun thing this morning that I'm currently regretting. But I decided that while I was cooking the bacon, between flips, I would do squats. So I would put the bacon in the pan, and then I would do 10 squats, and then I'd flip it. And then I would do 10 squats, and then I'd pull it out. And then I'd put more bacon in, and I'd do 10 squats. And my legs are like overcooked spaghetti right now. Like, there's no strength in them whatsoever. So that was good, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat. See you in a bit. Hey guys, just wrapping up my day 17 video since I did not record last night. I did go to the event at our friend's brewery. It was a great time. Our friend was super surprised. So I think that was awesome. I did have part of a beer. It was probably like 10 ounces, maybe, of a full pint. And so because I had that, and I know it had gluten and all of that mess, I did not even step on the scale this morning. Not going to. I do feel like kind of puffy, a little congested, but like otherwise I feel fine. My stomach feels fine, so that's good. I had some taco innards from a food truck. I know that the toppings on one of them had some fruit, but I'm okay with it. It was still like, it was good food. It was local. It was delicious. So I had all of that around probably like 5:30 or so. And then the only thing I had last night before I went to bed was, like a ham and cheese roll up. So yeah, I feel pretty good this morning. But I didn't step on the scale. So, but I didn't have a chance. It was so crowded and noisy in there that I was like, I'm not even going to pull out a camera. I'm not going to try and do anything. So, that was it. Richard and I did get 2 walks in yesterday, both of them right at a mile. So we did one before we left to go to the event, and then we did another one yesterday evening when we got home. Those were kind of the 2 little times of the day when the rain had stopped. So we did get a little bit of movement in, even though it was our day off. So yeah, that's really about it for day 17. I also got a really cool little trial gift pack from my friend Lynette with Keto Chow, which I'll throw a little photo of it up here, with a whole bunch of electrolyte supplements, and I'm super excited to get started on those. So I'm going to, I was overwhelmed when I opened it yesterday. So I'm going to kind of like try and process exactly how to start implementing those and give them a really legitimate try and see, how those are making me feel. I am sore this morning. My legs are sore from doing so many squats when I was making bacon yesterday, which, it was so silly, but hey, I used my muscles. That's cool. But I want to start implementing a little bit more of that, and so I'm excited about these electrolytes and starting to do something with those. I do have an affiliate link with Keto Chow, so that is down in the description box as always with any other information I have. So you guys can always help out the channel by using that link if you decide to buy anything from Keto Chow. But I'm going to work on using some of those and give you guys some feedback as I get started on them. So as always, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I will have a little bit more information and stuff that's going on for day 18, and it'll be a little more exciting. But until then, I will see you later. Bye.